Okay, topic of today's video, technology, in particular for filmmaking, and where we're going to see this technology in the future. So if you've been following along with my videos, you'll know that I've been doing a little Sony FS100 budget cine-camera series. I picked that camera up for less than £350, and this year alone so far, we're only kind of July, nearly in August of 2020, and we've had some absolutely phenomenal cameras announced, such as the Canon R5, R6, the Blackmagic got involved with the Ursa 12K, and then this week we've just had the Sony A7S III and all of the specs announced for that as well. So it's a pretty exciting time right now in 2020 if you're a filmmaker or a photographer looking to get into filmmaking and looking for a camera that can do a little bit of both. And it kind of got me thinking about this series that I'm doing and where technology is going to be in the future. Because I'm not necessarily thinking of these cameras as things that I could purchase now, but it gets me extremely excited to think I could pick something like this up in 5, 6, 9 years from now at an absolute bargain of a price, similar to this camera that I'm filming on today. And then it made me think to myself, well, what camera was around 10 years ago that had that kind of same prowess about it as these newer cameras? And the camera that came to mind immediately was the Canon 5D Mark II. Now the Canon 5D Mark II was helmed by a lot of people as the camera, the DSLR, which really made it accessible to get that cinematic quality from a DSLR or a small form factor camera. And doing a quick Google search, I found lots of second-hand 5D Mark IIs for around about the price that I paid for this budget cine camera, anywhere from £350 to £450. Now, if we think about the Sony line, the Sony A7S III has just been announced, and the Sony A7S is still nothing to turn your nose up at, really, especially if you watch somebody like Philip Bloom's short piece he did on the camera called Now I See. Really showed off that the sensitivity of the light that camera can pick up was absolutely phenomenal. Now this could all be set to change. These are the prices that I'm seeing these cameras at right now in July 2020. They could increase in value, decrease in value, depending on when you're watching this video, and that's kind of how technology, especially with cameras and filmmaking technology, that kind of works. Now this gets me excited, thinking further down the line, maybe in 5, 6, 10 years time, that the cameras that have just been announced this year will maybe be in a similar price range to the cameras that we've just mentioned earlier. And that's just incredible to think that the cameras that are pushing the boundaries now on what we expect to buy as consumers of these equipment, these cameras, ultimately will be accessible and maybe at the same value that we're looking at right now. And that's just, for me, that's what makes me excited. It's great to see new cameras being announced. It's great to see that technology is advancing. So that was kind of the idea of this week's video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Please get involved in the comment section below, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.